Hey guys, real quick one today. Happy Monday, happy St. Patrick's Day. For those of you so Irishly inclined, or for those of you not so Irishly inclined. Today it is Mr. Okazarowski, Mr. Okaz to you, perhaps. I did marry into an Irish family, at least a partially Irish family, so I do feel a little bit more in the spirit than I might otherwise. But we took today, mostly, to instead of talking about luck of the Irish, we talked about the fact that it's not about luck. We started examining this upcoming ELA assessment, and really it all stemmed. It was basically a big discussion, and it stemmed around what are your fears and what are your concerns about this upcoming ELA assessment. That was the fire starter that you used to kind of get your mind working here, because a lot of times when we approach tests, the thing that defeats us most is ourselves. And we have fears and concerns for a lot of reasons, but mostly where we tend to get fear from is not being prepared, not having a plan, and that's really where all of this stems from. But it also stems from a couple places where maybe it shouldn't. Now, there are a lot more there are a lot more fears that you guys had that I'll post tomorrow when I compile the whole list, and we've gotten a chance to talk about them in every single class. But the vast majority of what I was hearing could be boiled down to three categories: expectations, time, and content. Well, content, what I was talking about there was that a lot of you feel like you're going to forget stuff, or stuff from the past in the year you're just going to blank out on. You're not going to remember, and you're not going to be able to apply it, you're not going to be able to... That's actually the one I can help you with the least. Some of you have been totally all in with your effort all year, and you've been working really hard to try to understand these concepts and use these concepts and practice these concepts, and you're really making a lot of progress. Now, those of you who haven't been putting in a ton of effort, and who feel like you're lost a lot of the time, you've got a lot of catch-up to play. Because remember, it's not really about how smart you are or how much skill you have. It's about growing with the content, putting in your effort, and really making learning a process. If we were all born with the smarts we end with, there would be no need for school. Nobody would go to school, nobody would read, we'd just have a fixed amount of intelligence, and that's it, the end. But that's not the case. And we know that that's not the case. We develop our intelligences. Or we develop non-intelligences. Meaning, we ignore stuff that we could be building towards, and eventually we kind of run out of the opportunity to learn that stuff. And so, I'll always, and I've been telling you this all year, and hopefully it's starting to sink in for you, and it is for a lot of you, again, that I'm noticing in the third quarter a lot of people turning it around, that your effort is what shapes you as a person. Intellectually, emotionally, physically, all of this. If you put your effort into eating right and exercising, all this, you can be physically fit in top health. If you put all of your effort into building up your emotions and empathizing with people, putting in the time that you need in order to cultivate a friendship and really build a meaningful relationship where you can put yourself in other people's shoes and take on what they take on with them and support them and help them, you're going to be very advanced emotionally, intellectually, intelligence-wise. The more effort you put in, the more you study, the more you read up, the more you work towards understanding something, the more you will understand something, the higher you build. See, life is all about effort, and I hope that you continue to build that part of you, because that's where a lot of your fears are going to be relieved in this. Don't forget, I've been posting videos all year long. In January, I posted an entire post that gave links back to our other units and stuff that we've learned. Watch these videos. Come see me during my remedial time. I'll talk to you about it. If you don't understand certain things, ask me. That's what I'm here for. I work for you. So that, hopefully, that piece of feeling like, oh my God, I'm not going to know this, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to do this, oh my God. Review, you'll be fine. Come see me if you don't understand something. Now, if it's just a question of, I can't remember it, that's a big difference between I don't understand it. If you can't remember it, that's on you. If you can't understand it, come to me and I'll help. Okay? Next, time. A lot of things went into this. I feel like I'm going to lose focus because I'm going to freak out that I don't have enough time. Or I feel like I'm going to freak out because so-and-so's done and I'm not yet, and I should be done before that person. Or I have too much time, and so I overthink things, and I go back over and I change like 5,000 answers. Okay, whoa. Slow down. All we need to do is this thing, this crazy thing, called budgeting our time. And the way we budget our time, meaning giving every minute a specific purpose and goal, it's just like when you make a monetary budget. Every dollar has a specific purpose and goal, and that's how we really use those dollars effectively and don't wind up at the end of the month going, oh no, I got nothing. Where did it all go? If we have a plan for it, we can use it effectively, and we can wind up with plenty of time to breathe easily and breathe deeply, because the plans that we put in place are designed not only to keep you on track for time, they're designed to be fully effective in the time that you have. We'll explore those more in the coming days, but understand that I'm going to give you all the strategies you will possibly need to ease this fear. Oh, I do want to go back to content one more time too, because some of you were talking about essays being a problem. Short answer or long answer, extended response. I'm giving you the rubric from New York State for your short answer response and your extended response. It's attached to the bottom of this post. You picked it up on the way in today. It's attached to the bottom of this post. You can download it, print it. It's even got the flow charts that I put in the back of that in full color, which will help you actually understand it a little bit better, I think. But again, the strategies that I'm going to give you are not just for time and for effectiveness, but also for content. I'm going to give you a formula to follow to make sure that any piece of expository or informational writing that you're going to be doing, or even really persuasive writing, if you've got to assert yourself in a position, you'll have a formula for it. All you'll have to do is plug in the information and you'll be completely set. Again, we'll get to that in the next few days. I saved this one for last, expectations, because I think that a lot of times your parents who have these very wonderful intentions, and your teachers who have these very wonderful intentions to want you to succeed, sometimes what it does is it puts a lot of pressure on you where you feel like if you don't get a specific number, you're not any good and you're not worth it. I'm here to tell you that's kind of bogus. I gotta tell you a secret. I don't actually care what you get on this assessment. I don't care. And I'm really the only one that should. It doesn't affect your grade. And it's not your value as a person, that number. Really, all it's used for is to grade me as a teacher at the end of the year. Mrs. Sutalaka and the administrators use it to grade me. And really, I don't care. Because frankly, if you're working your best, you're going to do great on this. You're going to do great on this. So I'm not worried about your score. I'm worried that you try your best. See, if you work your hardest and you put in your full effort and you use those strategies and you really say, man, I went in there, Mr. Kaz, and I got a good night's sleep the night before. I ate breakfast the day of. I went in there, I used those strategies. I did the best I could do. If you come back and you get a 1, I am proud of you, and you should be proud of you. Because you did your best. And it doesn't matter if it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't matter. If you did your best, that's all I can ever ask from you. We use these tests, these assessments, not as a way to judge you, but as a way to figure out how to support you. See, some of the pressure you put on yourself is, oh, well, I have to get a 3 or a 4 because I don't want to be in AIS because that's where the dumb kids go. What? No. When did that happen? AIS stands for Academic Intervention Services. Well, if there's one good thing I can say about some of the programming on MTV, it's that it's taught us what an intervention is. It's a bunch of people who care about somebody getting together, looking at that person and figuring out how we can support something that's become an issue in their lives. Well, if you need some support in reading comprehension, or in writing, or in structuring how you write, guys, that's what AIS is for. Academic intervention. A whole bunch of people who care about you, trying to boost your level up to where you want it to be, where we all want it to be, and where, frankly, you need it to be in order to move forward. Don't think of this test as, oh, I'm dumb. Oh, I'm dumb. That's why I need, oh, I can't do this. Oh, I know ELA is my worst. No, 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 no. Use it the way I use it. It's a tool. If you are working to your best, when you get back that score, it'll let you know kind of what you need to work on and how you need to support yourself and what you need to do and where you need to go. And frankly, if you use it like that, you know that your score doesn't matter. Now, I know your parents have said to you, and I know your teachers have said to you in the past, we need you to get a 3. We need you to get a 4. You should be getting a 4. You're too smart to not get a blah, blah, blah. You're not. I get that they're coming from a place of love. They value you. You are high on their value list. But you're not going to drop lower on their value list if you get a 2 instead of a 3, a 1 instead of a 2, a 3 instead of a 4. You're not going to be lower on their value list. All this test is it's a device to help us figure out how to support you in your learning going forward. Remember that your value is not a number. Your value is in the effort you put in and how determined you are to make your best better every day. My expectation for you in this assessment is that you do your best. Your expectation for you on this assessment is that should be that you do your best. Stop worrying about what this number means. It's meaningless. It's meaningless. It's not your value. It's your place on the path right now. Maybe you're a little behind. Maybe you're a lot ahead. I don't know. But the point is this. I do know, obviously. I don't know what your score is going to be. I've been paying a little bit of attention. Give me a little bit of credit this year. I kind of know where you all fall on the scale. There are going to be people on this team that, frankly, given what I've seen over the course of the year, a 4 is beyond your reach at this moment. That's not saying I don't believe in the fact that you can hit a 4 someday. That's me saying that right now, if you got a 1, a 2, a 3, I wouldn't be surprised. Even if you got a 4, there are some of you, I wouldn't be surprised. But we use that to move forward, not to give us a reason to stay put. Hopefully you're getting that. And hopefully you understand that as we move forward, your fears about these things have nothing to do with luck, have nothing to do with the pot of gold value. I'm going to use my St. Patty's Day stuff. It has to do with you finding out how best to improve yourself moving forward. More on these strategies and on this talk as we move into the days ahead. But we're going to practice enough of these strategies and look at enough of these questions that you're going to see exactly how everything we've been learning all year has prepared you fully to be able to take on this assessment with confidence and really succeed moving forward using this assessment as a step in the right direction. Have a wonderful day, guys. I will see you tomorrow.